Hello everyone. Today we're going to make a faux metal butterfly. And when I started watching YouTube videos, there was a site called Cool to Craft. It's called something else right now. I'll put the link below. Oh, I hope I remember too. But when I found these videos, like I just went berserk because a lot of crafting, a lot of kind of mixed media art, and it was Heidi Borchers and Tiffany Windsor, I think. And yeah, when their videos come up, it's just Tiffany now. I always watch them because there's always something interesting in, like arts and crafts. And naturally, their mother was the famous Aileen, the original lady that came out with this Aleen's glue. And this technique that they show was a technique that apparently by mistake, I think her mother found this out. And, so a lot of techniques are, going back to, I guess, the 70s, 60s and 70s, yeah. So you're going to need today to do this is brown paper, in which I've gotten this from my brown paper bag, so recycling again, yay, thumbs up for that. You're going to need wire, you're going to need scissors, cutters, you're going to need a lighter, you're going to need stylist are these things called for embossing. You're going to need something soft to do the embossing on, a pen, a candle. Now I was using whatchamacallit here, a little tea light candle, which was too low. One of these are perfect. These are, your normal emergency candles. They have a nice high flame, and you'll see when I start doing it, I'll explain to you what can happen with a tea light. You can do it with a tea light, but it's much easier with this. And a credit card, something to, spread the glue. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece of wire, and you're going to more or less 6 inches measure the width of the paper. I'm doing it this way, and then a piece to hang. I hope I don't get out of frame like I did in the last video. So we're going to start off, I'm going to put that upside down, by just spreading glue. I folded the piece of paper. It just could be 2 pieces of paper. All the size all depends on how big you want your object to be. In this case, I'm making a butterfly. I should have gotten this ready beforehand so that way the glue on the inside dries. But that's okay. We can do it just the same. I'm looking for the card that I had yesterday when I did these, because I already did a couple yesterday, because there is a drying process time as well too. So yeah, I'm just going to get one here. Okay, so just spread your glue on the inside. I'm not saying to not go like just a thin layer. It could be just a touch thicker if you want. This helps the embossing stage. Okay. I'm going to fold it back again and then squish it with the card. Oh, sorry. Okay, before you fold it, add your wire and then fold it. Sorry, you guys. So this is the reason why you double up the paper as well too, because you want to put the wire on the inside. It doesn't have to be done this way, but I would always double up the papers because, like I said, it helps with the embossing stage. Now, naturally, I can't wait till this dries this time. It's just going to have to be cut, but I still have to do another thing. So I'm going to just make sure that it's, nicely flattened and that you spread the glue well on the inside. I have a piece of wax paper here underneath. So what I did was, you look for the object that I'm doing is a butterfly, so I was looking for shapes of butterfly, and this my sweet friend Rita Marie sent me. Beautiful. I love these. I'm hoarding them. I'm sorry, but I hoard them. And I got the shapes from these butterflies, and then I just copied them on some transparent paper. I'm going to more or less put the wire in the middle of the butterfly like that. So like I said, at this point it depends what kind of object you're doing. If I was naturally doing a leaf as well too, I'd put the wire right in the middle. And this wire is useful for a couple of things, and we'll get to that as well too. It's useful because like it holds, and you can use this wire. I'm just tracing around, you guys. You can use this wire to hang this object to whatever you want to after. And the wire is also used now when you're holding it up to the flame, because we're going to be burning this. And then it's not coming out the best, you guys. Like I told you, I can't even trace for the life of me. I ask somebody else always to trace things for me. Okay, did I get it all? Yeah, more or less. This is the reason why it should be drying, because I'm going to be cutting into it now. So if it was dry, it was much more better. So get my scissors and just cut away. This is pretty much going to be, it's not going to be a long video, so I'm not going to bother editing this one. My editing for what I wanted to do yesterday on my other video went well. I basically did it on my own with the help of my son, because my friend couldn't come over, the one that I was talking about yesterday. I was expecting a friend to help me edit. Now you're going to get to the wire. You can just cut it right off on the top of the butterfly. The piece that's hanging here is going to be left, so you're going to have to cut around that. So yeah, basically I just divided my recording was divided in 3 films. So I basically learned how to just, you know, load them up and make one video out of it. So yeah, when she does come next week, because she will be coming next week, I'm going to, you know, get her to teach me how to fast forward, how to, you know, do all the little tricks and trades that there are to do. So here is my butterfly. So this is where, you know, having the paper doubled up is, you know, useful, because it's going to help you emboss it. So this is a stage that you don't have to do if you don't want to, but I just think it comes out nicer. So I'm just basically going to like kind of divide. Yeah, it's not going to come out all that great, you guys, because the glue is still wet, but for the purpose of showing you, you can just like do little circles if you want into this. And like I said, when you do put a little bit more glue of what you need, it helps with the embossing. This at this point can also be sent under the machine, under an embossing machine, and you can emboss it and it come out beautiful as well too. I wouldn't worry about the wire. I'm just, you know, kind of playing with it here. I wouldn't worry about the wire under the machine. I don't think it would do anything to it. I'm just, you know, playing around. I'm not going to go into big effects here of embossing. Just a quick, but like I said, you can, you know, take your time here and like divide the butterfly the way butterflies are divided, which are beautiful, and then, you know, or like I said, under the machine, I think that would be just beautiful as well too. Well, that's what it looks like on this side here, more or less, which you will be seeing a bit. I just have to make sure. I'm sorry, you guys. Forgot to turn on my turn on my glue gun. So I'm going to take this away for now. The pad, that, I don't need that. I'm going to get the candle ready. I'm going to turn on the candle so that way I get, you know, start getting a nice flame. Have a sip of coffee. I have a big mess here. I still haven't really cleaned up since yesterday. Mm. For this project, you can also use a flat back, gems, pearls, metal pearl. You can use anything you want here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is open up this thing and just glob it on there. You need a good amount. And I'm just going to spread it with my finger because I find it best. And this might not be enough glue. I'll show you how much is the proper way. You shouldn't see the paper underneath. That's how much glue you need for this project. Now, it's a bit expensive for me to do it with Aleene's here because Aleene's costs a lot here in Italy. It's imported, so it's not done here. You guys that, like, because I've noticed on sites in the States that Aleene's isn't that expensive. So you with the effect that you get at the end, for me it's well worth it. They come out beautiful. I did this when I put up a Christmas tree for a contest, a recycling contest, and I did it. The tree was made out of plastic bags, and then all the ornaments and everything were made out of cans and paper and plastic. And so at this point I'm happy with the glue that I have on there. That's fine for me. It's a really dark day today. As many lights that I have on, it just doesn't. Really dark today. It's all cloudy, in fact. Okay, so I'm going to go on, and this is where the burning comes. So you're going to get this is where this piece of wire here is very helpful, or else I guess you could just get a piece of pliers if you didn't have that piece of wire. But I strongly suggest it because you can use that to hang, to attach it to anything you want, to a wreath, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be hovering the butterfly over the flame. And you want to let me do a little piece here so I can show you how it should look. You are not to see any more white glue on it. Okay? So you just hover over. Sometimes the candle will go off because you're hovering too close, but just a well ventilated area. I have the window open and the door open here, so I'm okay with that. And it really doesn't bother me, the smell. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. I don't smell anything. But like I said, it could bother some people. So well ventilated, or else just try doing it outside. But I think that would be kind of impossible. See, I'm going to light it again because it's not ready for me here. There you go. Around the edges here, I still see white. These cracks, you can go over them again. And then I'm going to go over the edges here, make sure that it's all nice and black. This is something that takes all night to dry for me, or all day long. I probably will be able to come here tonight and continue working on it later on this afternoon, late afternoon, because you do want it to dry really good. Okay, that's perfectly fine for me now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to stick it down. Now between the glue and the burning, this kind of curled a bit, but that doesn't matter. So I'm going to get a napkin or a paper towel. And what I'm going to do is, you see, I shouldn't have turned the candle off because we might need it again, is I'm going to very lightly go over it with my napkin. And this is going to be giving you texture. You're going to be moving that glue around a bit. So you have the embossing underneath plus this texture that, is just beautiful. Like I said, the embossing is not necessary. You can just do this step directly without embossing the object, and it looks beautiful. I can imagine some apples done this way. So I'm going to turn it back on again, because where I touched it up and some glue is showing now, I want to burn that again. See that? Just in some spots here. I got glue on the other side as well too. That's okay. The wax paper was dirty. Okay, now I'm not going to touch it anymore. Actually, I am. Because heating it up, it kind of straightens out the glue again. So I want to, in fact, I made that mistake on one of my butterflies that I'll show you. But I can, recuperate something about with this butterfly that I kind of, okay, so I don't want to touch it anymore. I just want to leave it at that texture. Can you see that? Okay, so this is going to sit to dry the whole night. Now I can turn the candle off. And I'm going to put it right over there behind me. See here, I hang them right in front of me here, so that way I have the habit of having lots of pegs here and hanging things, because I lose things, unfortunately. So I'm going to take this and just fold it. That way it's not bugging me, the glue. At this point, we have this that's dried from last night. It was embossed and then burnt the way I just showed you. And then what I did, I already did this, so you're not going to really see much of a difference now, but it was all black the way that one was there. And then all you do the next day is just buff it up, take the soot off, and there you go, you have this beautiful butterfly. So now I'm going to get, let's see what color I want to do it. I think I want to do it a silver. I'm going to get this Inca Gold silver. It's because I don't have silver in the Deco Art brand, but I did use one of them for this butterfly. I'll show you now. See, this one here is perfect. I received a bronze one and it just went all moldy. So I'm going to lightly go over it, and this will bring all the texture and the embossing out. I'm going to show it to you up close now. I like to go to just leave this, and then after about 20 minutes to even an hour, buff it up after. For me, it does give a difference when you buff it up after. So that's what we have here. I know with the light you guys are probably seeing a reflection. Okay, isn't that pretty? And you can also kind of mold them with your fingers if you want to. If you really want this to be, because it'll go back to its shape again after a while. But if you really want to, I would suggest putting pieces of wire here, right? And it's kind of hard to do it before that you cut, but I think you can do it after, and then cover it up with a scrap piece of paper. And so that way you can give more, bend to your wings and have the wings just, staying open like that. So I'm just going to, Dottie, no, we don't do that. Okay, she's breaking up her bed again. Okay, so now, like I said, you were going to have wire ready, some beads, and here I beaded up some wires. And what I did was I got more or less 6 inches of wire. I folded it in half and put some beads in there. This is going to be his body and the head. And why I'm trying this for the very first time. I'm going to take this big bead out for now. And I want to, oh, come back here, please. One landed in my, okay. So let me see this again. How was it? Let me put this down. Sorry, you guys. I'm going to bead this one up. If I can find a hole. I think there was a transparent one in here that went on the ground. Can't find it anymore. have such a terrible time finding. I'm going to need, oh dear, what do I need here? What if I put, yeah, you see I lost, I don't know if I have another bead that color now. I think it was my last one. Oh, found it. Okay. So, let's put this back on, this on, and the where are you, hole? I love these metal beads, and they're plastic. They're actually plastic. They're not metal. They're so cool because I took them off of a necklace. Yeah, made a boo-boo there. Take that one off. Put that one on. Okay, and then the head. So I'm going to get some glue down here. Just trying out the glue gun here. I want to buy a new glue gun. I'm just putting a little strip down the body here. And then I'm going to fit this over. Hopefully the glue was hot enough. Like I said, I'm trying this for the first time like this because I could have done it a different way, but I didn't want too much wire to show here. Like I could have twisted the wire after every bead and then have, you know, have it only glued to the front. But I wanted to try this way, see how it comes out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist it here. No, first I'm going to glue the back. And then I can't glue it anymore. Just a bit here and there to hold it still. Okay. There we go. Just hold it down for a second. Just until it dries. Then, you know, like you can always cover up the back of the butterfly, make it look pretty as well too, if you want to. Okay. So that's holding down. Now I'm going to twist my wire. Just once or twice there. Okay? Actually once. I'm going to put the head in and twist again. You know what? I'm not crazy about that head. It's too big. What if I put, that one seems too small. What about a pearl? Just something different. That one I can't put in. There, I'm just gonna, for the sake of, you know, the video here, I'm going to just put the pearl in, twist again. I got it in the wrong one. Make sure you get it into the right one here. Push it down. Twist. That way you have your little antennas here. Not antlers, antennas. Okay, I'm going to cut them. This one's a bit longer than the other one, so I'm going to cut them. Well, you know what? Actually, I'm just going to kind of twist. Sorry, I got off cameras. Okay. And there you go. Beautiful faux leather, not faux leather, I'm sorry, faux metal butterfly. So I'll put the link down below to the original video that I saw from I think it was Heidi Borchers. And there's so many techniques that they do this way too that is just beautiful. You know, they do You're always pasting two pieces of craft paper together and embossing it and covering it up, covering a box up. You can do so much with this technique. You don't absolutely have to burn it to get this this technique gives you the metal, but there's so much that you can do just gluing two pieces of craft paper together and doing so much with it. So I hope you enjoyed this. It's for someone special that wanted to see how to do it. And until the next time, you guys, goodbye.